Alright then, let's get started, shall we? So, once again, we'll continue with our two towns over here. So we got the Dollar down here, or Dollar Town here. I still don't have names for these towns, actually. So, if anyone in the comment section or in the chat has some ideas, I'll gladly take them. Currently just name after the customs houses. But yeah, the Soviet state is doing fairly well. I mean, we're trying to keep the economy somewhat balanced. The Soviet town over here is doing fairly well with their oil exports. Well, actually, oil and fuel exports, so they can more or less keep the economy in check. The other one has a bit of problem still because it doesn't have any good exports. Currently it's exporting coal and gravel, which both are rather poor exports, but we'll get a bit more there hopefully today. So we got quite a bit of small houses over here under construction. Only quite a bit of bricks though, and that may be a problem. And we got the chicken farm over here that we actually... well, we don't have the concrete for. On the other hand, it wouldn't cost a massive amount of cash to get this going. No, I'm gonna suspend the construction for the time being, so that people can work on other things. Well, ooh, right, and we got the heating plant. It seems to be working fine over there. What about on the other end? Seems to be doing alright as well. They are buying some wood there, but that's alright. And yeah, we should have enough coal to export a little bit. Of course, we don't have any technical services down here yet, so that is keeping the travel times rather long during winter. Which is a bit unfortunate, but unless I want to spend more money in here, I can't do much about it. You know, mud footpath. Connect you there. So what are we getting here? We should be getting some gravel soon. Yeah, they're a bit far apart, but they are both close to customs houses at least. Eventually I will link them up, but right now they're basically like two halves of the state. I guess this is the West Germany and the other one would be East Germany. Although the resources are a bit opposite, quite frankly, but that's fine. Okay, so we are getting at least some wood down here, which is mostly being used for the heating plant. But at least the houses are kept warm, so that's good. We don't... actually, I don't think we've lost... there was 2 deaths last month. This year, or this... well, it's only 10th of January, but so far no deaths this year. That's gonna change, of course, sooner or later, but we'll see. Right, so we were going to build a pig farm here, which is going to require some crops, but we can then get some meat from there. That should be rather helpful. Now, I'm still waiting for some gravel in here. Once we have that... actually, speaking of gravel, do we have any waiting here? 2.7 tons. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, the goal over here is to have like small towns that are producing like 1 to 3 different goods that are generally needed, and then they'll be providing those to the neighboring towns, and or basically trading with the neighboring towns to get everything they need. The starting towns might be a bit more robust in their different productions because it's just we need a lot of things. But hello, Taz. How's it going? But yeah, the population has at least grown a decent size. If we have a look at last year, I mean, we did get a lot of immigrants throughout the year. But it still grew by, let's see, 79... so about 400 population, or the increase in population there, not too bad. Wait, what's DST? I'm not familiar with that right now anyway. Well, I don't, maybe I just don't remember, but other than that sucking, it's good to hear that you're doing pretty good. Okay, so the university is working alright. Oh, right, yeah, daylight saving time. Well, we had that the previous weekend, so things are alright. But yeah, DSC, makes sense. Probably should have guessed that, but frankly that hasn't been in my mind for at least a week now. Okay, so we got the football field here. It can actually fit in quite a few people there, so that's good. Most of the roads down here have been upgraded. We got some gravel here. I suppose we could upgrade more of these roads here. Although maybe we should start with that one, because the sowing season isn't going to start quite yet. Start working on that one. Hopefully it is large enough for the excavators to fit in there. Streams at 0:30, they start now at 1:30. Yeah, fair enough. Haven't actually made any... Okay, we made a tiny bit of money in rubles. We've lost quite a bit of money in dollars already. And let's have a look. What has cost the most? The wood is actually the one that is costing the most, but then followed by fuel and food. Alright then. I mean, one thing that we probably need to do around here anyway is set up some farms over here. Because there's at least a little bit of room down that way. So let's set the road going down this way, for example. And then set up a... We might be able to go in medium fields, actually. Oh, we can fit in one there. Let's say we place this somewhere around here. Then we're going to set a small farm over here. Farm. We'll use this one, for example. Where's the gas station? It would be all the way there. Okay, that would be pretty far. On the other hand, how close can I get it? Will be pretty far, unless I put it on this side. Maybe I'll do that. So it's a little bit closer to the gas station, so they... Oh, but there's no... Electricity is all the way down here, isn't it? Okay, well, can I place it across here then? I guess I can. Oh yeah, the fact that we don't need to worry about ships is certainly making things a lot easier. Right, so we've got one farm there. Let's get a road for it. And we'll probably place our road down there because we can probably fit in some smaller field over there. There's one there. Can we... Ooh, we can actually fit one here as well. We'll have that. Can we... Yeah, we can connect to that one. We can probably set up another medium field here, and that is probably going to be enough for a little while. For our needs, anyway. Assuming that we can fit it in here is the question. Oh yeah, we can place it down there. Can we get another... Not big field. Small field down here. That might be a bit too difficult. Yeah, no, the water is too close. Anyway, that's a few farms over there. That should work. I suppose we're going to use a little bit of dollars to fund this. So we'll build up that one. We'll get one of each vehicle. Make sure that I assign all these farms here. And then we'll buy the vehicles with rubles. Which I suppose is kind of cheating, but... Anyway, so we'll have a little bit farms over there. That should give us some crops, which can then be used to making meat, and we could probably have a small food factory around here somewhere. Oh, we could build the meteors. We did use a fair bit in the previous map. Right, did we... We have got on the gravel here, so I suppose I will spend some cash on this one. I will get a... one of those, and refrigeration truck. Well, that's the cheapest one, so we'll probably go with that. And maybe another covered hole, actually. Right, so how much would it cost to get the small... Hold on. Small food factory. Actually, is there... If I remember correctly, I guess there was something... Is that in the farms, then? No, maybe I didn't take that mod. But there was something that it would basically give multiple things from crops. Like, it would not only act as a place for the farm vehicles to be in, like, oh well, I probably don't have that then. Oh, doesn't matter, we'll get the small food factory in here anyway. The fact that we can provide the food locally is going to save us a decent bit of money, and we can use local crops for this as well. The excavator is getting a lot of work here. On the other hand, we are building on the hillside here, so that kind of makes sense. Slowly but surely. Oh, come on, can we not? I guess not. Right, the next question is, can we, if we do a bit of a curve here, can we get down, or is this still... That's not going to work, okay. Right, let's, can we lower the terrain a little bit? Flatten it a smidgen. Okay, it doesn't want to work with me. So let's see, we can't get through here, can we? Nope. Oh, we actually could. I'll take it. Better than nothing. Right, did we need a... Okay, there's a footpath connection on the opposite side, so that's not very helpful. Right, so there are still workers coming over here. I'm guessing we don't have... No adults living in the parents, good. And we did spend quite a bit of money on that, which is a bit unfortunate. We may need to get the fire station up as well, because I have a feeling that there might be some fires this year over here as well. So we'll just take the... Take that one. It's a bit more expensive, but it can do the job a little bit faster. Right, is there anything else that we currently need in here? I mean, we might want to pay off this one. It's 28,000 though. I suppose we can wait for the gravel to be brought in here at least. Since we don't have access to concrete or asphalt, we're gonna still have to build that with cash. Right, let's have a look at the other town in the meanwhile. While they're working on the gravels there. Did they did upgrade that, good. Because I could in fact upgrade that one as well. Alright, we never got the gas station here. Do we have spent a fair bit of cash lately buying all the vehicles, so we might want to save up a little bit. Did we? Oh, we got the houses completed though. Of course, no one actually lives in these. But they're there. How many things are we trying to work on right now? We got a road, gas station, and the factory connection. Well, the gas station factory connection we can't do much. The road is under construction already, so how about we start building more of the houses near the shop here? Because they would actually be able to reach down here a little bit easier. Oh, we actually got 8 people cutting down trees. That's handy, which means that we'll... Ooh, 6 tons of bricks. My goodness, that's gonna make sure that we can actually build some of these. Okay, then we got some wind turbines over here providing electricity for some of the area. Because we are also buying some electricity from the Soviets. It's not a massive expenditure, it is a little bit, but we are paying that off with the oil exports. Of course, how much... Okay, we've got 2 people working in the refinery right now, which is not a lot to be fair. Got 2 trucks over here, one is gathering bitumen, one is gathering fuel, and the bitumen is going to be exported directly. Fuel is going to be taken first to the gas station here, which has run out of domestic fuel again. The trains went... eventually. But right now, I mean, I am leaving like a gap over here for train or railway to be able to go around. That might be a bit of a difficult area, but I'm sure that we can figure out a way. And then it goes around here, probably close to the hillside first here. There's going to be another town on this region, so it will probably go down this way and down this way, kind of through the town. And then there's the second customs house over here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have rail connection, which is why we need to bring in the rails through here, and they're going to have to connect down there. Oh, there's some wood there. Good. The slow things are actually moving forward, that's nice. How much do we have? No, there's the House of Culture. Over here we got plenty of food though. I'm guessing the situation over here is fairly good. It seems to be. Oh, right, and you'd be set up to just go out and pick up the food there and unload it over there as long as it needs to take. But that means that... where's the delivery? There you are. So this is empty right now. Yeah. It is. Okay. And then there's this one, which could have... Oh no, the systems are over there. There's the covered hold that is currently not doing anything though, but it's usually just taking the crops from here down to there. We actually have quite a bit of crops still left over, so that's actually surprisingly good. That means that if we were to get this one, let's use a little bit of cash to get that. How much would this cost? 11,000. I think we can afford that, because getting the meat is going to be handy. Now, of course, there's no workers. There's not a lot of people that can actually reach here. Oh yeah, definitely we'll have the trains much sooner, and I do have a mod that allows me to have a bit smaller train production line, so it can be built a lot sooner, and there's also a lot of other things like steel that will hopefully get a lot sooner as well. There's actually, if I remember correctly, there should be, yeah, there's iron close to the lake here, and then there should be coal down on this hillside. So we'll be able to... There's going to be a bit bigger city over here that will be producing at least some amounts of steel fairly early on. Unfortunately, the closest gravel location is on the other side of the lake here, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But there's probably going to be like a small village over here that will be feeding some gravel industry, basically. And that's about it. I mean, the gravel is going to be used in a lot of places. Right, well, there goes the snow. Did we... Oh, we did build another house over here. Oh, right, yeah, some of these houses have been built before I switch over to not import the immigrants automatically. That's alright. Getting a few more people is not bad. Because we... Oh, actually, let's have a look. Last month we lost 2 people. This month we've lost 12. That's a big concerning development there. But on the whole, we're still growing. No workers waiting at the platform there, but that's to be expected. Right, let's have a look at the other town. How is it doing? Also, we have $328,000. We've got most of the gravel here. We're getting a bit more soon. Pretty sure that the... Yeah, we don't have that one completed. Because we could use a lot of cash to get the bus stop. Not going to take passengers or students there. Workers, yes, because that's a way for us to figure out if there are any extras. But there's nowhere to go with the passengers yet, so we don't need to take them there. I mean, they think that they can get somewhere, but they can't. Right, we should start sowing the field soon, and that's going to give us a decent harvest for our needs in here. Okay, so we're still missing 6.6 tons of gravel. That is being filled with at least a little bit. Have we been exporting more coal? I believe we have. Yeah, we just did. Okay, let's have a look at the coal price. Okay, it's 29 per ton. If we have a look at last year's stats, it did drop quite a bit. It was like 35 and dropped to 30 last year, and this year it's also gone. Well, it's actually stayed more or less the same, gone maybe a tiny bit down. But the thing is, we have so little export right here that they kind of oh, right, clinic is working. I mean, at least they got pretty much full complement of workers there, so that's good. Right, are we getting... Yeah, that is full truckload of gravel, so we could probably buy or build this with cash. It's gonna be slightly expensive. On the other hand, we don't have to get it right now. Mainly because we don't have the crops. I mean, we could buy the crops, but on the other hand, we can also just wait for this to get going. Oh, right, yeah, we got the coracles here. That makes sense. We've been watching a few Finnish TV shows on Amazon. Ah. Which shows? I mean, I haven't... Well, I have no idea what's on Amazon Prime after the Finnish TV shows, to be fair. Okay, so we've got 120 universities educated. That's not a bad ratio for this early. Especially with just the tiny universities. Right, so we've got the chicken farm here. Oh, it's without power, okay. Oh, no, no, it's not. Oh, it's right. This is the only place that is within reach of that, technically. Okay, I suppose. Oh, right. How much can they produce here? 0.2 tons per day, so it's going to be very slow production. How many vehicles can we fit in here? 2. Okay, did we get the refrigeration vehicle in here? No, we could probably buy it down here, actually. So, refrigeration, we'll buy the cheapest one. Has more than plenty capacity. What you're going to do, you're going to go there, load up, and then you're going to go over there and unload. Luckily, 2 unload, or load and unload spots on both of these, so it shouldn't be a problem. Well, actually, yeah, there's also 2 on that one. Good. Right, so we should be getting some harvest over here, and the fact that we haven't actually run out of food, or the crops from here, is quite surprising. Right, so... over here we got the gravel now. Again, since we don't have the crops, I think I'm going to actually stop this production for a little while. Or suspend the construction. And once we start getting the harvest, we'll reactivate it. Using a little bit of coal there. Do we have a lot of... we've got 2 people cutting down trees here. How's the heating plant? Rather low on wood. Luckily it is March now, so the demand for it should go down quite nicely. What about did when I'm bored of town? Oh, I'm actually not watch any of those, I think. On the other hand, I don't watch a lot of TV or anything like that. So it's not really a miracle that I haven't seen them. Okay, well, at least one of the medium fields over here has been worked on already, and over here, I believe... Okay, one of the small fields is growing already, but the rest needs a lot of work. Yeah, but oh right, yeah, but we're upgrading that one. Actually, oh, that's gonna be a problem, but I suppose I could do it. Upgrade that road there. I mean, I don't think there are any workers down here yet. I'm sure that... Oh, and this one's been completed. Good. So what are they working on? Please minimize that. So a road and a gas station. Now they can't reach the gas station because of the road. I would like to upgrade this bit of road as well, but at the same time, I think we can wait a little bit. Also, is there any road over here that we could easily upgrade? On the other hand... There's at least longer bits of road over here that might be a good idea to upgrade. And then, of course, around here. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of vehicles going through here, so how about... give that an upgrade. Because of that, I'm sure that we can use the excavator to upgrade it. Okay, so there's a lot of different train types. One moment. Right. Okay, so the... Actually... the university educated people has gone up by another 3 since we last checked. That's good. But yeah, the streaming services are certainly good for watching whenever you have the time, really. Okay, how much meat do we have on this yet? 0.3 tons. So not a lot, to be fair. Yeah, no, it's just the bots trying to trick you to buy follows from somewhere, which is illegal. And usually a scam. Some of the phrases blacklisted, but apparently that one managed to skip by the blacklisted words. Ooh, there's a fire going on. Well, hopefully that gets sorted out. Well, the fire truck is already behind the corner. Okay, with 3 firefighters it was already going down, and now that we've got the 4th one, that should be alright. Right, so how much... Okay, well there's someone going to work at the refinery again, so at least there's a kind of a constant stream of production there. Have a look at this year's total income. So if we don't factor in the vehicles and the foreign manpower and all that, we have made a ton of profit with rubles. Well, at the same time with the dollars, we've done quite badly so far. There we go. That should speed up some of the travel in here. I'm gonna upgrade that one as well. Well, I mean, there's it's a small town. There's not all that many things happening in here. Right, so what's going on in the west here? Technically it's the north, but we don't let the facts get in the way. Right, so we've got that one. I suppose... Is there anything that this is working on? Pig farm, but... Because we don't have the concrete, and it would cost 9,000. We can wait for a little bit. Right, so I'll be still using a little bit wood there, but I believe we are slowly gathering up some... Oh no, there's actually no fell trees ready. Well, the truck is just unloading more. Right then. Now we did get the fire station over here as well, so both towns should be covered for the most part. I'm not saying that we have insurance or anything like that, but we almost do. Actually, another thing that I suppose I could do in here... Oh, the excavator is heading back as well. I could potentially set up a dirt road down here. And start upgrading the long bit of road here, because this is so much traveled. I think upgrading it is going to be very crucial. At the same time, we can also upgrade that one then, without any problems. I mean, technically we could have upgraded that already, because there's a road around. So I suppose I could upgrade that bit of road already. There's going to be a lot of upgrades. I mean, these vehicles won't be able to leave yet, but there's not really anywhere to go, quite frankly, so it should be alright. The one thing that I suppose I could do is I could plant more trees here, so that we can then later cut them down. There we go. That will take some time for it to grow, but that's alright. So, are we still working on other than the roads? Not really. Alright, let me get a little bit there. How much bricks do we have? Oh, 18 tons of bricks. Okay, well, we can't really build that one, but we can certainly start building more of the houses here. How many times school will catch on fire this series? I think there's been one fire at our school so far. Considering that there's only been like half a dozen fires total so far, so yeah, it's a pretty good ratio. As in bad ratio, but you know. Right, there's still no workers there, so everyone has a job. Oh wow, there's actually 47 people in here. Almost half of which have a university education. That's not too bad. Upgrading that soon. Is the excavator? Yeah, the excavator is now heading out. Okay, so that's going to pick up more food, which means that we can actually keep on working in here. So that's good. How much crops do we still have? Over 50 tons, okay. True, we haven't lost an agri farm yet. I mean, we are actually using the smaller farms now anyway from mods, so they cost a lot less. Of course, they don't have as massive warehouse and only can have 3 vehicles, so it's good for like small village farms over here like this one, so that they will provide a little bit of crops, but not too much. But yeah, that was a bit of a catastrophe. It was a fun catastrophe in a way, but it was a catastrophe nonetheless. Oh right, you were heading back to the office and then you realized, oh, there's more bricks to pick up. Good for you, I guess. 355 population. I think we're gonna break 1,000. Well, definitely break 1,000 today. We might even break, well, not probably 1,500, but I think we'll get to somewhere around 1,300 to 1,400 in total population. Right, so how quick is the... Oh, there's going to be trees growing on the parking lot there. Not sure how that works, but okay. Okay, so the food isn't actually going down all that quickly. Oh yeah, it does. It most certainly helps keeping some not self-sufficient. I mean, I might actually go like a small food factory in each town or so, just so that I can at least get that, but more specialized stuff like well, maybe clothing at least, and stuff like that are going to be produced in every few village or so. Right, how much do we have? Oh, right, we're buying the wood over here, which is costing a fair bit. I actually wonder, how much do we pay for the... There's 2 to 1 in wood. And how much is the cost per ton? Okay. So it's getting to a point where we're actually making a deficit in here. Alright then. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna lower the amount of people to 0 for the time being. Once we get enough production for wood, we can then start using the wood from here. But currently, since we're losing money for every ton of coal that we're making, it's not really worth it. Okay, so over here we need more gravel, as well as over there. Well, at least we're getting a little bit. Of course, getting the gravel made is dependent on getting the quarried stone here, and that is currently a bit slower with the fact that we've got this road cut down, so they need a bit of an extra trip. Although it's not a huge extra there, but it's still a little bit. Right, so it looks like the fields over here are all growing. That's good. The first one is already at 24%. That's quite good news, actually. Right, so this month, only at 13th day. Actually, let's have a look at the... Or we can probably check it over here. So the import of resources with dollars has gone down quite significantly now that we are no longer buying the wood. Drop like it's not quite about. Ah, yes, it does say gulag. It's manual work, stoneworks. A bit of a sledgehammer to a quarry stone, and you get gravel. The work speed is not particularly great, but it doesn't take a lot of power. Right, so we are still getting the quarry stone from there, good. This one is going to need a lot of work though. How much does it? 24 tons, okay. Yeah, that's going to take a while. Now the fact that we are using all the gravel over here for the constructions means that we have no export in dollars right now. On the other hand, once we get the crop harvest going, and we'll probably build up the food factory. It'll be a bit extra, but yeah, what I could do over here is I can use domestic crops. I can still have this to buy. Ooh, actually, lower the amount of, or max amount of clothes and electronics quite nicely. So there's more room for food. And we'll unload some food over here. Can I? Let's increase that a bit further. 60%, just so that there is a decent room over there. So we'll take food in there, and the extra we can take to export. So that is going to start giving us at least a decent income. And then if we go below the threshold, we'll start buying the food again. We've got the pig farm here, which, you know, pigs for the capitalist pigs. But that is still going to take... I mean, I suppose we could build it, but if we don't have the... Actually, how good ratio would it be for the crops price, $28, and meat? Okay, it actually would be worth it to build this imported crops. So let's set up dollars, auto purchase over 2 tons. Need the workers in there, and yeah, actually, I suppose I could send this refrigeration truck to there. Oh, right, it can't reach there because... Okay, never mind. That can wait. But yeah, if we can start exporting meat from here, or at least first taking it over here, we can store quite a bit of meat here, and that should slow down the exports quite a bit. What I'll do is I'll probably do the same with this one. How much is the max production? It's 0.1 tons per day, so that's not a lot. But the max work rate is 5, so it's not too bad. Not a massive pull on the workforce or anything like that. Well, bricks over there on board. We don't have brick production in here. We do have the coal though. Well, I mean, we had the coal production, but right now it's not worth it. How much do we have wood in? 1.4 tons, so we've got 22 tons over here still. I'd rather get this filled up as much as possible before the winter hits again. I mean, it's only April, so we still got the summer time to build up the reserves there, but still. How much? Okay, that's still 13 tons. Let's have a look to the other town real quick to see the situation there. So, have we filled the... No, we haven't filled the meat over there, and this is still filling up. Hey, got 1.3 tons of meat now. It's not all bad. It'd be worth almost 400 rubles now if we were to export that. Actually, have a look. For this month, most of our export is oil. There's a lot of bitumen that we've managed to export, so that's good. Oh, did we actually get... We got a worker. Okay. Actually build up some more of these houses here. Because each one of them is going to get 2 extra immigrants. It's going to cost us a tiny bit, but not too bad. Right, so you brought the person in here. Good luck. How are the crops growing? Okay, the first one is at 41%. That's not too bad. We'll probably get the... I'll start the harvest again around end of June. Not June, July. Right, is there actually... Most of those are not busy. Right, well let me get a bit more upgrades down there. I'm not entirely sure if I can upgrade either one of these rows. There might be... Well, I'm pretty sure that that is too short. This one might be just long enough for the excavator. Because over here we are still buying the gravel. I mean, the gravel is relatively cheap to buy. And easy to buy, so that's not really the problem. Oh, we got 20 tons of fuel in here now, so there's 6 tons of domestic fuel. That's good. That's going to lower our import cost quite nicely. How much bricks do we still have? We got 2.7 tons there. How much do we have wood? We've got 5 tons in the woods. Actually now 11 tons. Oh, it's going to refuel. I was like, suddenly it just appears out of nowhere, speeds up over here, and then starts driving off. Like, hold on a minute, that's not quite regular behavior. Okay, 1.4 tons of meat now. Oh, there's no one working here. Do we still have crops? Yeah, we've got 43 tons. Oh, there's no one's working. Oh, there is actually a worker there, but there's too much food in there. Do we actually... I have an idea. Because this covered haul truck here is not doing anything right now. What I will do, I will set up that as a connection. What you're going to do is load and autosave, but mainly load food if there's more than 60%, and then you can unload it to the large customs house. That way we can start getting a bit more export. That's going to go through a lot more of the crops, to be fair, but at the same time more money is more money, and we can start expanding a bit faster. Now currently we don't have a vodka-based economy yet, but we at least will have some bread-based economy. Right, so how's the road over here Okay, still needing 10 more workdays. And the trees are growing quite nicely. Right, well, let's have a look at the dollar town again. $313,000 right now. Is that? Okay, that is loading gravel. Is that going to be the fun? Oh, okay, so that is almost completed. There we go. Just taking the gravel down here, I believe. Indeed it is, but that is going to speed up the travel quite nicely. Now, to be fair, we do need to actually. Probably not going to be a lot of exporting to be done right now, so we can certainly upgrade that and maybe even this one. Sure enough, we won't be able to export anything for a little while, but we don't really have anything to export, period, so I guess that's fine. So how are the fields growing? First one is at 44%. Still going to take a while. I think once we start harvesting, I'm going to contract the food factory and put the max workers on like 5 maybe. So we can get some food production, we can then get... Oh, building is on fire. Oh, there's one of the houses here. Okay, well, it's a good thing that we did build up the fire station today. Oh, and the fire is actually going rather quickly. Oh, even just one firefighter was going down. There we go. I dare say no one died. Well, except the fire, I suppose. Alright then. So everything seems to be in order over there. Slowly still losing money, but there's not much I can do about that. Until we get the harvest going. Started getting more money. Oh yeah, stole a little bit of food there. Not massively, but 580 rubles from that so far. This month alone. Not all bad. Although we might be going through the crops a little bit too quickly now, but I think we can live with that. Could we actually fit in... No, I don't think we can, because this is rather large. Now, one thing that I could do is... could set up another substation somewhere around here. I think that's not a terrible idea. To make that place a little bit less vulnerable on someone not working on that one turbine. That's the word. Because we can go right next to the road here. Can we actually... Okay, that works. Question is this angle, that is too sharp, too sharp, too sharp. Okay, we get around here. No, I think it's better for us to go around there then. Let's cancel a couple of these. Okay, it's not making this easy. Ah, okay. I'll have to take the plan B. Let's just go around that substation. That works. Right, I'm gonna build that with money already, and I'll build that one up as well. There we go, so that should make sure that the power over here is rather stable. And now this should be providing power a bit more frequently as well. Actually, we got 1.3 to 1.8 over there, and actually we're buying most of that. Uh-oh. Okay. I mean, this is working with a decent beat. Actually, how much are we buying the electricity? Oh, right. It might be providing electricity directly to the places in here. So the amount of power that goes through here is then mostly from there. That would make sense. Anyway, let's have a look. How much are we importing? Right, so we're importing the electro components because we built the power lines, but that's about it. In terms of power, we are still importing some, but it's not a massive expenditure. It's in fact less of an expenditure as the boards are. Let's build up another house. And another one. And a third one as well. Let's keep the... I'll make sure that the brick works can keep on working. Or at least won't run out of storage space, that's for sure. Oh, okay, I'm slowly gathering up some more meat there. And I'm guessing both of them... Yep, both of them are here. Well, I mean... Yeah, the rubles are not going down. Well, actually, they are going down with decent speed there now. How much do we have fuel? We got 22 tons over there. Okay, so we have started improving both of those. What about this one? It only needs 2.1 tons. Right then. Well, at least the truck going for getting more quarry stone now has at least a little bit of a road there that they can drive faster. So, in theory, it will save us a little bit of fuel on the way, but again, not massively. Okay, so that should be about 56%, isn't it? Yep. More or less. We've still got quite a bit of time. How is the university doing here? There's some students in there. We've even increased the max of workers to all there now. Is there actually any houses that we were working on? Oh, right, we didn't get the liquor store. Also, how much would this cost? 12,000. No, I will build that. Because the people in here need some culture. Once they get over here, we'll actually have some... Oh, the people will be happier and there's going to be less escapes. I mean, I don't think there's been a lot of escapes this year, quite frankly. No, there's mostly been deaths. Which is not something that we can entirely avoid. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. I'm guessing the school... Yep, it has the max available set up as well as the kindergarten. Although kindergarten is a bit understaffed right now. One person and there was 20 babies there. That must be a bit of a hard thing to manage. Okay, so we still got 26 tons of crops in here. We still got, I don't know, maybe a month, well, at least a month. Maybe 2 months before we start getting the harvest in here, so we'll need to be a bit careful there. How much food do we have there? Actually, that's a bit empty right now. No one's actually working in there. I'm gonna... Well, it could be just the fact that we are building so many houses in here that pulling up most of the extra workers. But once we get more of the houses completed, the more people can actually live in here, and that's going to be alright. Wait, how many children are there here? 34, not bad. And some of them are actually... Oh, one is 19 already. There's 20. Actually... Yeah, quite a few are more or less adults. Except not... according to the game, I suppose. We're getting educations there. None of them have gotten their university education, but all have basic education of those kind of adults. No one owns a car. And then, yeah, that's the adults over there. But, yep, that is a good house. This is basically the only bigger house over here that will then be acting as a kind of a seeding colony, so to speak, for other towns that we'll be expanding into from here. Right, so you... Oh! Well, I mean, the meat is going down at decent speed, I suppose. Not entirely sure if our production can even keep up with the consumption there. Food doesn't seem to be the problem, though. Even though there's no one working there right now. We've got the House of Culture in here. Doesn't seem to be too crowded. Football field seems to be doing alright. Did we actually build a football field or anything horse related down here? Now, didn't we? Oh, right, we were going to build the bowling alley, but we never actually completed it. I think we might want to wait with that, though, just so that we'll have some sort of exports going. There's at least someone working at the pig farm. 53% right now on that one. Waiting more gravel over here, but that's... It's gonna have to wait, I suppose. And you've run out of quarry stone. We may need to set up a second truck, quite frankly. Although the problem is that I'm not entirely sure if we'd be using the quarry stone quickly enough for that to be viable. Because there's only one unload location there, which does make life a little bit harder. We need 3.6 tons of gravel for that. We did upgrade that, so we can now assign you to not unload. I mean, I suppose you can unload crops there. You're gonna load the meat. You go over there and unload at least the meat. I suppose food as well, but we don't have the food production up yet. Okay, well, that's at least a little bit of meat there. Alright, there's no footpath connections in here for the farm. Oh well. Just gonna have to live with that. I could fit in quite a bit of more houses in here. Of course, here in the quote-unquote western town here, basically all the houses are the same. They have a capacity of 10 people, so it's not too bad. I figured that I want to have something that gives me at least a little bit capacity in here, so I can get things working at decent speed. Right, so we've got 1.5 tons of food there, or meat rather, not food. And that should actually slow down the import of resources probably a tiny bit. Let's actually have a look. Probably better if we just look at the entire thing. But there was no import of resources at the previous week. Basically nothing on this week either. Not too bad. At the start of the month... Oh, right, it was from previous month. Maybe have a look at this year then. Oh, right, yeah, there was quite a spike there because we built something, I reckon. That was done... Oh, wasn't that the pig farmer then? Probably. I was slowly filling up over here. Oh, you did go and unload in here already. Yep, you did. We'll probably be wasting some fuel, to be fair, but... Well. How are the roads coming up? Oh, there we go. One of them is completed. Good. I suppose we don't have any workers down here, do we? Nope, we do not. We don't have access to the concrete either. We can't really build the bowling alley over there. I suppose what I could do is I could just go for the... I'm not entirely sure how many basketball fields can have as visitors, but I'll just build another football field down here then. I think that's going to be the easiest option, quite frankly. Oh right, the excavator is busy. I mean, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, we'll build that later then. Oh, and you're going to pick up the food again. Honestly, since there's not that many things that require... How about we just send you down there? And let you wait until you are actually full and then go over there to unload everything. That way you don't waste fuel. Oh no. May have bugged a little bit. Okay, so now it's going there, good. Right, in the meanwhile, how are things going on in here? Also, how much have we made from selling the food, for example, this month. Okay, 300. Not too bad. It's actually more than from bitumen. Because bitumen production is so slow that it's mostly because of that. We do actually have 3 people there. 0 over there, 0 over there. So there's at least a lot of houses in here into which people can move. That's being constructed. That's going to need more bricks. Speaking of bricks, do have some wood over there. About to run out though. Yeah, they just ran out. Okay. Well, the truck should be going out to get more. Speaking of, there's still 2.4 tons of wood in the forest, so that's good. Okay, so this can keep on working. Oh, right, it's 4-to-1 ratio. Okay, so from 1 truckload of wood, they can... Actually, how much can they? Alright, is the next question. I've only... I suppose there's an easy way. 1/2, so it's a 1.125 tons of bricks per full truckload of wood. Alright then. Not a lot, to be fair. It's better than nothing. I mean, it doesn't need to be working on full capacity anyway. Just a little bit so we can keep on building the smaller houses. Right, so that is still missing 19 tons of gravel there. How's the... Okay, it's 77% growth now, so I think I'm going to build up this one. A bit expensive. And then what you are going to do is you're going to pick up the crops from there and then unload over there to 90%. And you can load up the food. And yeah, in the shop you're going to be unloading food. Oh right, you don't... I suppose you can unload over there. You don't need to load anything from the pig farm now because you can't really load anything there. That doesn't need to have a massive food supply in there, to be fair. Although, I think we may need to increase it more than 30%. Go for 50%, just so that it can actually have a couple tons of food there. Or crops, rather, not food. And let's lower the amount of workers here down to 5. Means that they won't be doing a massive amount of food, but it's still better than nothing. Right, so... if we have a look at the prices here, ooh, wood price has gone up even further. Food price is also not bad, $222 per ton. Meat would be almost 450. Fortunately, we don't have a massive amount of meat production yet. Well, right. How about you go there, until loaded. You go there. And then what's left, you're going to go over there. Because you can't really get there yet, but... it's going to take a while for you to actually load up anyway, so... hopefully by then we will have this one completed. And that way we can at least get some sort of exports in here. And the crops are, at least right now, rather cheap. Remains to be seen how cheap they are going to be after, I don't know, a decade or two, but we'll see. Alright then, so we got 1 worker in here, of course, since we haven't gotten the crops quite yet. How are we doing in terms of wood in here? So we've got 43 tons of wood in here. It is already mid or late June here. So we've still got a few months' time. I have a suspicion that we might not be able to go or save too much of the wood. Might be enough so that we don't need to buy massive amounts during the winter, but I don't think it's going to be enough to weather through the winter. Especially since the amount of buildings that require... well, actually, some buildings that require heating, but not too many, I reckon. And then we got this over here that is... oh, right, yeah, this is the one that was bringing wood to the charcoal kilns, which... apparently not really a thing that we can spare. Guess how much we need? 8.5 tons. Presumably this is going for more quarry stone. Yep, it is indeed. Can you get in here? Not massive amounts. There seems to be still some workers with their sledgehammers, but that's about it. Let's have a look. How is the meat doing? Ooh, it's a bit low actually. We are using the meat faster than we are producing it. Partially because there's not enough people living close by and there's no easy access in here, quite frankly. I mean, I suppose if I was to upgrade that road, I could maybe get a footpath. Actually, no, I'm not entirely sure if we can. Nope. Okay, well that's an issue. Another option would be to go around here, but even that is a bit of a bad option. We could build more houses over here, I suppose. Not entirely sure if that's the best. Look, so where is the... Okay, it should be able to reach at least to the shop if there was more houses over there. At the same time, we have so many houses still in the region. Oh, right now I remember. Yeah, there's so few houses that I can actually reach in here. Most of those even can't. Are there any workers waiting there? Nope, not right now anyway. Have they managed to complete the road? Almost. But there has been some work done on that. And these houses are mostly just missing some bricks by the looks of it. Okay, 945 total population. That's not too bad. Because we don't have a town hall, so we can't really tell how much is in each village so far, but we'll probably get one eventually. Actually, let's have a look. Where is the town hall? City hall, there we go. So there's a small one. Can we fit it in here is the question. Or is it just too small? It seems to be just too small. What about on this side? Nope, water is in the way. Okay. I don't want to put too much around here because there's not that much. Well, I suppose we could build more houses over here. So let's say if we were to place it down here. Let's put a gravel road there and connect that there. We'll just need to set up some houses over here with decent capacity. Probably these kind of houses. Or we could even... actually. Residential... There you are. So, I believe... Yeah, this is the one that we had over there as the big house, so to speak. So, let's say if we were to place in another one around here. And I suppose we could even place in maybe 2 more in here. And probably connect these. Go there and there. And then I'll connect this down here. Connect this here. I don't think we can fit anything in there, but that's alright. Although I suppose we could connect this over there so people can get to work over there a little bit easier. Now, of course, this is going to take a lot of gravel, and it also needs concrete and such, so these need to be completed with actual cash, but that's alright. How much? Oh, okay, we got 4 people over there. That's good. There's the population, it has grown a little bit again. Has anyone escaped this year? No. Good. I'm not saying that we have armed guards at the border, but we do. Right, so there's at least a little bit workers over there. As soon as we get the... Oh, right. We shouldn't be buying the people in here, though, I believe. I have to turn that one off. So they will eventually be populated. At the same time, this one... gonna be quite a bit of work, I suppose. Only 12,000. You know what? I'm gonna build that. Start getting some people in here. I mean, most of the people over... Well, at least some of the people over there can reach here. It's actually a way that we could get more if we were to connect on this side. Well, yeah, they've died at the border. You see, no one leaves alive. If they do want to leave, then we will offer a body back at least. It's the least we can do. Right, so... Oh, come on. Just need one more worker there. Let's bring more bricks down here. Good. Still needing quite a few, though. A bit more wood there. Good. Right, let's take a look at the other town again. How long... Ooh. We're about to start harvesting. Start with that one. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but that sounds logical. Okay, so we did build up that one. How's the... Meat is a bit low over there. No one's actually selling anything. Slowly filling up again. Does speed up quite nicely on the gravel road there. At least we are making the gravel domestically over here, so we can upgrade the roads without worrying too much. Speaking of which, okay, so they are probably not working on... They're actually working on nothing right now, okay. I'm guessing there's no one over here. Nope. Not right now, anyway. For liquor store, we need concrete and steel. It wouldn't cost too much. You know what? I'm just gonna buy that. And then buy the alcohol with some dollars. I think that will be alright. We have a look at the... Yeah, there's quite a bit of alcohol addiction, a lot of population here, but they are fairly happy, so that's good. Right, I suppose since we upgraded that... if we want to upgrade these roads, then yeah, we might need to keep that there, just in case. Oh right, we're now exporting the gravel again. It's worth $61. Almost a truckload. Of course, these are the smallest of trucks, pretty much, so... Yeah, it's not the best. Right, have they sent in the... Carrot hole should be going there, or might already be in here. Oh, right, it probably went to refuel. Okay, that makes more sense. Now, we've got a few tons of crops there, so one of these is going to take that into... Food factory, huzzah! So we can start making food. Okay, the question is, how much can we fit in here? 32,000. Living in the Soviet Republic and blame them for having an alcohol addiction. Yeah, I'm not blaming them either. We got a lot of resources here now. I was wondering, can we fit in all the harvest that we're going to get from there into the buildings here? I'm not entirely sure. We might have a bit of a lack of room. Now, of course, one thing that I could do, I could get the small barn. Open storages. Oh, there you go. If I was to build one of these here, might be able to kind of fit it in somewhere where we can store a bit extra, but at the same time the location is going to be a bit of a nuisance. Because we could just build it somewhere around here. Or maybe even along the road here. Oh right, the excavator is busy. Never mind. Same thing that happened with the football field, which I already forgot to build. Right, so we are actually getting pretty hefty stockpiling here, so we probably do need the barn somewhere. Okay, so let's just find a place where we can lop it down. And then figure out the road into there, one way or another. I mean, I suppose if we leave this road here, still within reach. Yeah, we'll just go with the mud road. Now, how much would it cost? 5,000. Yeah, I'm gonna build that. So you guys can store. Oh, you can unload the crops there for 90%, and then you can load up anything from there, which is basically crops. But that's going to be a bit of a buffer in here. 72 tons of crops. That allows us to store a about 100 and something, 130, actually 140 tons of crops total in all of these buildings. It's not massive amount, but it's at least a little bit. How's the production going over there? They at least got the domestic crop usage going on right now. We got a little bit of food here, just not enough to keep this. Oh, actually we did fill up that one quite well. That's good. That one's empty. I think for the next season we're gonna have to upgrade these roads. Or for the next year, at least this road needs to be upgraded, and maybe that one. Just so that the transporting of crops from this region is faster. I suppose I could upgrade the roads down here as well. Those are not quite as high priority. Now, to be fair, there was the oil around somewhere here. Yeah, there'll be some oil over here. Probably have to use that soon enough. I think this is going to be another town in here, in the valley here. There would be more gravel over there. There's another room over here, or more room over here for more production. Or another town there. I mean, basically going to be surrounding this hill with a couple of villages. I don't actually remember. Was there any... Have a look at the map. Around here, there would be all around there, and then right along the border here be more coal as well. And iron would be on. Actually, is that? Oh, right. On the other side of the in this hill, there's coal over there and iron down here. So this would be rather handy. We could probably set up some sort of a small steel refinery in here. Right. Next question is there a possibility of getting actual road up there? That might be a bit difficult. I think we'll have to take a look at some point. Right, so how are we doing in terms of crops still here? We've still got 17 tons. Because we probably have started... Yeah, we have started getting the harvest in here. Should be loading up some crops from there at least. Did we have... Okay, so we got a bit less than 2 tons of crops there. We got 17 on there, and that is basically empty. We got some food there at least. Did that actually fill up all... Oh yeah, it did. Good. Not massive amount of extra... Oh, we've run out of meat again. So I don't think this production can keep up quite yet. It's just a matter of not enough people in there, quite frankly, but once we get more workers, it should be alright. A little bit of wood still in the forest. That is missing wood again. Frankly, I think we need a bigger wood cutting post at this point. Especially if we want to get some planks to be, or boards to be produced in here. Anyone waiting over there? Nope, not right now. But did they actually get the... Nope. Okay. There hasn't been any workers available. 2 of these have been completed. There's still this one that requires the tiniest bits of bricks. Then food is at least being produced. Crops stockpile is slowly growing there. And the fact that we have upgraded most of the... Well, I wouldn't say most, but about half of the roads in here is certainly helping. This has been harvested already. Oh, right, yeah, they're going over there. Okay. The vehicles seem to be mostly just sitting there. Let me upgrade this bit of road. Because the excavator can actually do that one. It should speed up some of the travel times there. And then once we got that one upgraded, we could probably upgrade this long bit of road here. Without problems. And then that bit of road there. And then the oil trucks can at least drive at a decent speed most of the time. Right, they are waiting for bricks over there as well. Okay, well, let's probably take... Ooh, speaking of bricks. 1.2 tons. Okay, it's better than nothing. Right, let's have a look at the other town again. Oh well, they actually cut down most of the trees in this area. Although, that might have been just a building. Let's plant a little bit more, shall we? So that we don't run out or anything. And the small theatre seems to be doing alright. There are a lot of visitors at the front right now. I believe that... No, we can't actually connect from other than the front door there. Bit of a shame, but alright. We can have up to 10 tons. Oh, okay, so we got 111 tons of wood here. Still not convinced that that's going to last us through the winter. But it is probably going to last at least a month or 2. Also, is there... there's still plenty of room around here in at least some of the houses. Room over there, room over there. Look at the... Been another 10 deaths. Total this year is 83 deaths and over 300 births though, so that's not too bad. Oh, 993 population, so close to 1,000. Right, so we upgraded those. I'm gonna take crops down here. We actually have a lot of bricks or gravel down here. We've got a little bit. I'm guessing this is not actually working on... Nope, they're not working on anything right now. Okay. I'm guessing there's no one at the bus stop. Nope. Okay. On the other hand, they don't have a microbus either, so let's buy one of those first. Or rather, let's have that as a source. And then buy a microbus. Next thing, we should probably... Oh, right, yeah, you're bringing this stuff. I'm going to upgrade that bit of road there. And I'm going to upgrade that one. And then eventually I'll start upgrading that. That's going to take some time to actually get through. Now, was there room for any type of house in the small gap in here? I think it might be just too narrow gap. Not for that one, at least. Oh, well, that could fit. What about the bigger one? This one. Because you are indeed too big for that. Building for that, so okay, but this one with 6 worker capacity could actually fit in there. Just to get a bit more workers in this region. Now, of course, the pollution might be a bit of a problem, I do admit that. Hopefully it's not too bad. Right, still losing a fair bit of dollars there, but at the same time... Let's have a look. This year, dollar exports, there's mostly been coal and gravel. There's been a little bit gravel exports again, but not a lot. With all the import of resources and foreign manpower, yeah, done a fair bit of deficit there. Same goes for rubles though, but I mean rubles, the immigration has cost us 10,000, foreign manpower 19,000, the vehicles 35,000, so that covers pretty much all of it. So far, okay, the food exports have provided us with 3,000, human exports 4,400, and oil 34,000. So oil is still definitely our best export. Increase the max workers at the refinery now. Is there also... Oh right, we did build up this one. Not enough workers to show the data of the entire town though. Shame, but not much can be done about that. I'm guessing there's not a lot of workers waiting there yet. None of those are busy. We did upgrade that road. Yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade the long road here now. Because I think the trucks are already taking the long way around. Because it is most likely faster. So once we get that, then they're probably going to switch on this side again. That should be alright. Oh, we've gone over 1,000 population. Excellent. 2.7 tons of bricks there. Oh, we did get another house here as well. And that imported people directly, I believe. Probably happened last month, actually. Yeah, it seems to have. Oh, well, I mean, that's at least another house that can reach to work at the chicken farm. That should increase the productions to a certain degree. Still importing a fair bit of meat there, but actually have a look. Have a look at the total this year. The rubles, there was a gap of we didn't need to import any meat, but then it went up even higher for a little while. Power is fairly stable. Like, it's a steady importing. I wonder, actually. Well, I don't probably have the cash to do that right now. At some point, I might be able to get a bit more... Well, some sort of power plant wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I wonder. I don't think I have a lot of the power plants. I've got the wind turbines and the solar panel. More wind turbines don't produce a lot. I'm not entirely sure that... Because the solar panels would produce a little bit more. But they are also a lot more expensive, so I don't think I want to build that. I mean, how... And they are also quite sizable. But again, it would be power that would not cause pollution. Honestly, at some point, I'm kind of tempted to have a small port somewhere that will be taking people to other towns across the lake here. But at the same time, we did a lot of boats last time. Not entirely sure if I want to actually do that. Like it would be like, oh, 26 tons of food there. Okay, well it's only September, so we've still got some time. Another 24 tons there and 24 tons there. 50 tons over here, okay. those to be low, so that can actually help a little bit. Getting the harvest directly where they need to be. Luckily you can actually set the distribution office directly to these farms, otherwise it would be a bit challenging, to say the least. Right, so over here we still need a bit more gravel. How? Okay, we got 22 tons of crops here. That's not too bad though. Got 30 tons of crops here. We got quite a bit of food actually. Hold on, a small food factory. That's not the same one that we have in the other place, is it? Maybe it is. No, it's the bakery in the other place. Okay. But it does have a lot bigger export storage there. Not that it's a bad thing. It is a bit bigger building though, but oh well. Be able to provide a decent bit of food at least. Reminds me, how we... No, we haven't. Another option that I do have is I could perhaps buy yet one more coverage haul truck that would be taking the... or would be taking over the food delivery, and it'd be taking the food from here, delivering anything that it can over there, and then exporting the remainder, and that might give us at least a little bit of exports here. Now the question is, how much are we producing here? And it doesn't look like we are producing particularly much. With the 5 workers on max, it's going to be 1 ton of food per day. Going to take 2 tons of crops per day, so actually, yeah, the crops that they have currently in here, even if we were working full speed, would last for 2 weeks. Or 16 days to be precise, but yeah, that's not... Okay, so we upgraded that road. Now that we've got the excavator 3, how about we try to get the football field installed? That's because I have a feeling that that will be required. But there was a nice little area over there for it. Another thing that I suppose I could build in here is yet another house. Although we did start building that one already. Needs a bit more bricks, which we don't have right now. I suppose we're going to buy more manually. Doesn't cost a lot though, so that's good. And if we can get that built, and there's going to be a bit more room to expand over there. Oh, and harvester was refueling, but that means that the harvester has actually done its job already. We've got 54 tons of crops there though. That's not too shabby. We've got 10 tons of crops there. Almost 11 actually. 28 tons there, and we've still got 40 tons of crops here. Okay, so we are probably going to be losing some crops. What about on the other town? How's the situation here? So that's actually resources, crops. So there's not a lot of crops in here waiting still. How much crops do we have over there? So we've got 26 tons there. So we are going to have a potential problem with the food. I mean, to be fair, we did export at least some food here already, so, or we have been exporting some food, so that has increased the consumption of the crops. I mean, I suppose one thing that I could do, so I could set up auto purchase of crops here with rubles, so that if it runs out of the crops, we'll start buying them, so that we can keep the productions going, which means that we can export a little bit of food, which will certainly pay off for the crops, as well as some meat. Although I'm not entirely sure about the meat, how much... Oh, okay, so we got meat over there, so that means that we don't need to worry about the meat imports for this town anytime... Well, in a little while, let's put it that way. So that road still needs more work. We have been bringing a decent bit of gravel. At some point we do need to set up our own gravel production, but the problem is, closest one really is on... Oh, and that's an autosave. On this side of the lake, and that is a long way to go. Okay, can we actually... No doctors. There's a couple patients that need to be treated. I'm going to buy another ambulance here. Be using those. I mean, it's not cheap, but I think having two is going to be good because this place is starting to grow with rather high speed now. Little populate. Well, not that high speed, I suppose, but okay, deaths are still under 100 total this year. On the other hand, that's still about 10% of our population, so not necessarily the best. Right, so we got the gravels over here. I suppose I'm gonna suspend the construction of these three for the time being so that they don't take the workers away from the refinery, so that we can have a bit more exports in here. Hopefully we can get a bit more money that we can then build the houses with. But it may take some time. In the meanwhile, let's have a look at the other town again. Got plenty of food there. Actually delivering some food here. Good. I think we still have a bit of a problem with the transporting of crops. Yeah, we still got about, what, over 100 tons of crops here in the fields. They have been a bit too effective farming. About the house of average a Lamborghini. No, not really. We don't actually have any parking lots. Well, there's a lot, but again, there's no guarantee that it would go for that house because we have no parking lots. First of all, we'd have to build one of those, and then find the vehicle. So it's not a Lamborghini, that's for sure, and technically it's going to be a bit of a challenging thing to do. But like the vehicles that we have available, personal cars. There's a few different options there. I usually just go with the I like the Finnish weather. Sometimes it's been quite a bit raining recently. Raining and freezing, one after another. Got 24 tons of crops there. Okay, so did we empty this one? Nope, there's still another 24 tons here. Alright then. We completed that, but we did complete the road over there finally. Does that mean that there might be some workers waiting there? Not really. Oh, but we started to get a lot of trees in the forest now, ready to be transported. So that, oh wow, 17 tons of bricks. Okay, so we can certainly build more. Get another house over here to be built. What do we have? Have we been buying the... No, we haven't been buying more boards, but at the same time we haven't used all that much either. Yeah, so these trucks are working quite a bit, but it's mostly just transporting food across the road right now. So quite frankly, it might be better for us to just not do the food deliveries, just get another truck to do that instead. So, food factory, you don't need to load from there, and the shop, you don't actually need to have that connection at all. And over here, we'll just go and buy another covered hull. That's got 5,000. That's what it will have to do. We're gonna go load food, and to load it, go over there, unload, and then go over there to unload even more. And launch. That should get us at least a little bit income again in here, other than selling the gravel, which, let's be honest, is not particularly profitable. Although, are you actually... Yeah, you are actually going to export gravel right now. It's going to be about $80. Exactly $80 actually. Alright then. I mean, I suppose it is better than nothing, so you are still gathering up more meat there. There's only 2 workers right now, so that's not a massive speed of production. We do have a little bit extra meat here though, so that's good. A bit of crops there, that is still gathering up a bit of the harvest, and we can't actually fit much more in here. That's being filled up over there. Is there no workers there? Did they? Oh right, they need. Okay, I'm just gonna build that with cash. There we go. So we got the football field, so people can actually do some sports now. Because that sports enjoyment has been rather down lately. At least in this town. The other one seems to be doing much better in that regard. Oh yeah, it's actually full at least on that house. So hold on, this was the House of Average. It does have 4 people right now. Not too bad. And 4 children, one of which seems to be sick right now. So we've done 1,000 in this. Oh, okay. The food sales have actually started doing fairly well. But that means that we might actually have a working economy soon enough. I mean, if we don't factor in the foreign manpower there, we would have made a tiny profit. Oh, and it's getting better and better. Right then. Alright then. 1100 from food. And that's the thing, like the trips that the truck needs to do over here are not that long. And a lot of the roads have been made fairly good. Okay, it's going to refuel. I believe this is the... Oh no, actually that's one of the crop trucks instead. Oh, this is the food truck. Slowly filling up there again. And there's not a massive amount of food that we can fit in here in this shop. That's alright. Okay, so at some point I do want to upgrade more of the roads here, but that's going to be a bit of an issue. Also, how much? Oh, a few tons of gravel there. Because I could start upgrading that road for the time being. Once we have that upgraded, I can start upgrading that one. That's going to be a bit of an issue because probably too short of a distance to actually use the excavator there, so we need to get people in there, and to get the people in there we need to have people in here that are available, so that's going to be potentially a rather long-term thing. Oh, hold on a minute. You're taking, yeah, another worker somewhere. So unfinished road. Not that road. Oh, that road. Yeah, that makes sense. Not high priority roads, quite frankly. Oh, and we're getting more workers here. Okay, so we can actually see 645 total population in this town here. So that is about 60%. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm guessing this is now working on pretty much nothing. Oh no, they got the gas station and a road, but basically nothing. We've got that. I suppose we could quickly upgrade this one. It may hinder the logistics for a little while, but I'm sure that we can manage. Oh, and the heating plant is, well, it's at least working. Oh yeah, it is October already. Okay, yeah, I suppose they do need it. A little bit of meat here, which now that we have more production here, seems to be doing alright. Although, actually, looking at the raw numbers, the pig farm is actually more effective production per people, or per worker rather. It's the same ratio of crops to meat, but okay. Okay, still got 21 tons of crops there. We are still bringing in a few more truckloads, I believe, from this. One more truckload. Okay, so we are now... Actually, are we making money? Almost. Almost. What are we spending the money over here? So alcohol is a little bit. Car, fuel, clothing, electronics, bit of concrete and gravel. But these were just one-time use there. Okay. I think next month, assuming that we can keep the production going, we can probably make a bit of a profit in dollars, and that's going to be the first one most likely. But I'll take it. Okay, so over here we got 0.6 tons of food right now, and it's actually going up with pretty good speed. Now, I could technically increase the worker capacity there a little bit, but I don't think I'll want to. I don't want to run through the crops too quickly, although there's still a lot of crops to be picked up in these farms here. So some of that is going to be lost. It's a bit of a shame. Because we've got a lot of crops there and still... Okay, that is going to take a while still. That is heading up with more quarry stone. Yeah, 4.5 tons. How much do we have? Okay, we've got the 116 ton of wood at the heating plant, but now it's going to start going down because the winter is coming. We're going to get a lot of wood cutting done over here, so that's good. Oh right, yeah, some from this side can also reach there. Good. We did get... Oh, there's actually some people that have moved in there. Is there any... There's still room over there. That one's full. That one's full. That one's full. Okay, we could probably put in another house there. I have a feeling that we will need more housing in this region. Right, so we'll place that one down. As well as another thing that I could do in here is the one is working on the road and then now on the building. We have enough bricks for that. We've got 8 tons. I don't think that's quite enough. No, not quite. So we're gonna have to build, not with rubles though, but with dollars, we're gonna have to buy a few more bricks. That should be enough to build the house, and that means that we'll have a bit more room in here. It's still going to be probably within reach of at least the shop and the school and the university. And a lot of the services actually, so it should be alright. And then of course it will be within reach of the woodcutting post. We'll be getting a bit more wood in the forest so that we can then bring in and keep the heating plant at least working, as well as a few other things. So that reminds me, is there... No. The only footpath connection to the heating plant seems to be over there. We already have that one covered. There is a factory connection over here by the looks of it. Indeed there is. Well, that's not going to get used. Now then, so we've got 1.2 tons of crops in the pig farm. This one's still waiting for more meat, and it's got 0.9 tons right now. We're running a bit low meat on the shop though, so that's a bit bad news, but oh well. And you are going to get more food by the looks of it. Doing it slowly. Okay, so there's only one person working, okay. There's quite a few places that could reach here. Although not as much as I hoped for. Okay, is there only that footpath connection available? One thing that I suppose I could do is make a footpath connection down this way. See if that helps. It did bring in 2 more houses within reach. So that one, is this? Oh right, a lot of these houses are not even within reach of that. Of course, once you start upgrading the footpaths in here, then that should get fixed. In all fairness, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh. New tractor is available for purchase. Got 3 tons of wood in here. We'll bring in more from the forest, and over here we got the 114 tons. Not too bad, and it's already November, so it's gonna start snowing soon. Over here, probably will be spending quite a bit of money on the coal right now. Alright, and you are going to take some of the food in here and export that, but that means... Ooh, we're running a bit low on crops. Okay, what I'm gonna do is... You... I'm not gonna start loading from the bakery right now. I'm gonna let that go on its own, because right now... I mean, technically we might still be making a profit. Well, actually we probably are still making a profit, even though we are buying the crops. You know what? You can actually keep doing that in the end. Not too worried about that. I mean, the delivery cost shouldn't be too big, since we are right next to the border. And yeah, I think we're gonna manage that. I thought we might even get more workers in here. How many do we have at the chicken farm right now? We got, okay, 7 workers. How much does this one have? 1.3 tons. And that one, oh, it actually has 1.7 tons over there, so the meat production has gone up quite nicely. That's good. Oh, right, I realized what happened. Because this is not going to export the meat yet, at least. So it took so long for the truck to be emptied, so that there was like at least a ton of food in here. Oh, we actually have an adult living with the parent. Okay, well, let's have a look. Who is it? Where is it? There's one over there. Well, I'll be. Do we have the money to build this? I'd say yes and no, but we're gonna spend the money anyway. Someone should be able to get in here rather soon. From there. Where can they reach from here? They cannot reach the shop right now. Well, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a massive problem, actually. Okay. Well, there are a few ways to fix that. For example, I'm going to upgrade some of these. I'm going to use some cash to do that, but that's going to increase the range that the people have from there. Not going to cost a lot though, so that's alright. Okay, can you reach there now? Yes, you can reach the shop. Good. That's all I wanted you to do. Okay, now there's someone living there. And that should increase the... Actually, the range from which people can reach the refinery now has increased because of that. That's good. Okay. But we don't have adults living with their parents now. That's probably just a matter of time. Now, although this can actually fit in quite... Oh, right. 48 per building. I forgot that much. Okay. The only person living in here actually does have a university education. That's not too bad. Although, looks like we might want to get another tiny university now. Let's have a look. Could we fit it in here? There should be a bit too tight gap here. Unfortunately. If we place it down here, it's not going to be a particularly good location. Not really fit it over there either. I mean, this area might work. Actually, you know what? We'll make it work. How much would this cost? 4,000. It's a little bit, but I'll let them get the gravel here at least. Okay, there's actually quite a bit of visitors for the football field there. Not a lot of staff members, but that's alright. Okay, so now that the food truck is away, I don't know if it is sitting there. Okay. So the amount of meat that we'll get in here is probably going to go up at least a little bit. Well, they're not working all that quickly right now. Right, so I suppose I could build more farms down this way. But there's a lot of room here that we might want to utilize. On the other hand, we could just get another woodcutting post somewhere around here. And a sawmill. It's going to be the railways going down there, but we could utilize this area for woodcutting. On the other hand, we don't have a massive amount of farms on this side either yet. Right, so we've got 1,063 population so far, 14 deaths. So the border guy is doing his work quite well. We've got the storage over there is doing fairly well. Actually, we don't have anyone over here right now. Have we? Oh, yep. There's still some crops in the fields, but those are going to wither away soon enough. Which is a bit unfortunate, but not much I can do about that. Because there are people at the football field, that's for sure. And how's this coming along? A little bit more boards and bricks, but for the most part it seems to be doing alright. They got both the boards and bricks available. Now, since we don't have any technical services in this region yet, going to be a slight problem now. Because the winter means that everything's going to travel so slowly. Oh well. Have we made a profit yet in this month? No. Power has taken a bit more clothing, electronics, meat and fuel. Okay, but at least the food is helping a little bit there. And then of course we did build some stuff with the ruble, so we didn't get profit through that either. Well, assuming we can sell a bit more food still, we might be able to turn the economy around a tiny bit. Right, so we did build another house here, good. It's actually already full, okay. How many workers do we have here? Only 2. Okay. Oh, and we started buying the crops now. And that's going to increase the imports quite a bit. It might be hiking the crops price up as well. At least to a degree. Oh, we do have another adult in the pirate now. And we can't see if it's in here, but I reckon it might be on this end. Not on that particular house, but... Actually, no, it doesn't seem to be on this village, so it must be on the other one. Or maybe someone died. That's also a possibility. Oh no, actually they were there. I think. I mean, as soon as we get this house completed, which is not that far off. Almost completed. If people start immediately moving in here, then we know that there was someone... Well, not moving in quite immediately, I'd say, but at least there's a lot of extra room there now, so that's alright. Okay, we're down to 98 tons of wood right now at the heating plant. Which do we have the forest? Oh, 6 tons, so the truck has work to do at least. We don't have the fuel production, which is kind of hurting us. Honestly, I'm a bit... Oh, right, we were just using the... Wait, are we using just one substation here? We are. Everything's within reach of that one. Alright then. Now, to be fair, that is being produced by that, actually. I wonder... Okay, so there's something that I could do, is I could set up a, say, wind turbine down here. It might be a bit far away from most of the houses, but I could then link that up with a substation down here to get the oil pumps working over here. I mean, I did say that I don't necessarily want to copy the economies from one another too badly in here, but that would get us at least fuel production, kind of. That's something that I suppose we could at least consider that. Let's say, if we have a look at the power plant, we go with the big wind turbine. It's going to be rather expensive though. But we could certainly place one here. Or if we want to have the power line pointing kind of to the right direction, we could have it over there. Or we could have multiple of these, have them go into switch or switches. That would then connect to, I suppose. Well, it would be probably rather expensive. Let's actually have a look. Let's put you right hereabouts. How much would that cost to build? 29,000? That's a bit more than I expected. Right then. Population is still slow. Oh, got 3 adults with their parents now. Okay, let's have a look. Is that in here? Or the other town? Looks like the other town now. Probably on the southern end. Maybe the center? No, I don't know. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. I can't see more than that one for some reason. But maybe there's not more than one right now. Okay, there's 2, so that... Well, I mean, if we were to build more housing, then that should certainly fix it. Get that under construction, I suppose. We've got a lot of bricks, that's for sure. How much do we have wood in here? Ooh. Ooh. 154 tons in the woods. Okay. Sure, we'll go with that. I mean, I suppose we could continue with constructions from these 2 as well. We're going to have to buy some boards, by the way. Running a bit low on those. We're going to buy a nice 30 tons of boards. That should last for a while. Actually wonder, how much would we get from selling the bricks? Not a lot. 35 rubles per ton. I mean, it's better than nothing, of course. Actually better than what coal would pay. Or wood. Although, how much do you... Alright, but we don't have the... Actually, if we were to sell the wood instead, we'd actually make more money per ton of wood produced. Come to think of it, because this is 4-to-1. So exporting brick is a bad idea, but at the same time producing the bricks is not a bad idea. Lets us construct things, at least some of the houses here, without problems. Oh right, now that it's snowing, how about... Assuming that the... Yeah, the fields are now empty. Upgrade that road first. After that, I'll probably upgrade that one. And maybe this one. You know, get a little bit faster travel next year. Probably is a bit slow there. Probably get a technical services somewhere around here. Question is, where can we fit them? And I think I'm going to go with the 3 slots one. Could we fit one in here? We could. On the other hand, I don't necessarily want to build right next to that one. I want to have the unload facility, or the cargo handling, not cargo handling, road cargo station, I believe that's the name, over here, so we'd need to leave that kind of open. Place anything on this side, not without an excavator. Okay, what about on, ooh. I mean, this wouldn't be a terrible place, actually. Needs to be within reach of the substation. I think it's going to be fine. But yeah, building this wind turbine, although it would give us a bit extra power, which means that we'd actually have to spend at least somewhat less for the imports. So in enough time, it would actually pay itself back, I suppose. But at the same time, it's quite an investment to get started with. Okay, we've actually made some profit with the, well, the oil and food sales, and actually bitumen has been quite nice sales as well. Because rubles, we have made profit this month. With dollars, not quite, but not a terrible deficit either. Although, let's have a look. So what is the biggest, the fuel is the biggest one, then it's power and meat, then clothing, alcohol, and electronics. Okay. That's not all that many things here, because we still have at least a little bit extra wood in here. We'll actually see if we can last through the winter or not. I have a feeling that not quite through the winter, but fairly far. Oh. Oh, never mind. You're the one that is taking gravel to there. Gonna need quite a bit, and we're gonna cost a few $1,000s. How much have we got on gravel here? Not a lot by the looks of it. That's gonna take a while. I mean, on the other hand, the travel times are rather dreadful right now. Once we get the technical services built though and get a vehicle in there, we can keep some of the roads at least clear. We'll probably prioritize the gravel roads just so that we can keep or utilize the faster speeds of those. Right, I suppose we don't have any workers there. Nope. Well, let's have a look at the other town again. What's the situation in here? I have a suspicion that we might have some. Oh yeah, we got a lot of Alice Winter pounds. I have suspicion that it's mostly in this town now. One there, there. Two there, another two there. Okay, well, I mean, they are building a lot of houses here, so that should free up some... Oh, right, but we are importing the people. Well, some of the people, anyway. Probably going to be a bit of a cost there. Are there actually a lot of kids that can't go to school? Not that I can see. Okay, good. Yeah, this school does have some extra room there. Kindergarten, on the other hand, has a bit less school. Oh, yeah, there's quite a few parents that can't go to work. Alright then, we might need to get another kindergarten. Because actually, around here wouldn't be a terrible place. Right, so kindergarten. Go with the village kindergarten. I mean, it's relatively cheap at least. We're gonna have to build that with money after we get the gravel there. Actually, I'm just gonna build it with money already. Now we just need to workers in here, and then we'll be able to get more of the adults into work. Okay, so we got a decent bit of wood there. I mean, oh, right. We've been cutting so much of this. There's a lot of wood lying around there. 149 tons still waiting. It's not too bad. We're still... okay. Just build up the brick storage there. Which means that these probably... oh, no, they do actually need bricks. So I'm guessing the only... oh... okay, yeah, the only truck over here is rather busy. We might want to buy another one soon. So that we can keep building a little bit more. What we're doing over here is we're still buying the crops over there. Got a little bit extra food there. What does the truck over here have? 1.6 tons. And how much is there in the shop? 1.5 tons. Okay, not too bad. In terms of meat. Don't have a massive amount of workers here, but I think at this point you can now go... after you unloaded any meat that you can there, you can start unloading it. Or exporting it, rather. That's going to give us a bit of an extra income. And the crop to meat ratio is not too bad, especially on these farms. To be fair, we won't be producing massive amounts, but hey, it's still going to be profitable to sell them. Okay, 14 adults. That requires 2.8 tons of bricks. 0.4 and 8.4. Question is, which one are you going to be taking the bricks to? That one. Now it's 2.8 tons. I'm not actually entirely sure. Is that going to be... okay, so either one of these two will be able to, if we bring in a full load of bricks, which should be happening, we'll be able to fill up quite nicely. Let's have a look at this year. Oh, it's already January. Okay, last year. So about 150 deaths to 460 births and 29 immigrants. Not too bad growth. Not too bad growth at all. In terms of money, we still lost a lot of dollars and over 50,000 rubles, but I think this year we can actually turn that around a little bit. Well, at least in terms of rubles, we're doing alright. Dollars, we're pretty much breaking even. As soon as the winter is over, we haven't started importing wood yet, so that's good. Do we still have? Okay, we got about 80 tons. It might be alright then. Which means that next winter we'll have even more logs available beforehand. So over here we still need some gravel. How's this road? Oh, still 55 tons. Okay. That is a bit brutal. How much would this... that's still $4,000. I'd rather wait a little while still. Assuming you're taking the crops from there. Yep. Taking to the food factory. Yeah, it has a fair bit of extra room there right now. Not a massive amount of workers there. How's the shop doing over here? Has an okay amount of food and meat, but at the same time, how quickly is this filling up? Okay, it's going to be heading there soon. And it shouldn't really be a problem. Have a look. So is there... that is mostly full. There might be some houses that cannot quite reach there. There's actually 2 adults living parents over there. Okay, so do we have the... we have barely any bricks. We kind of do need to build a bit more housing around here somewhere, but the question is where? Although I think I have an idea. Okay, so if we build yet another one of these... well, actually... it could technically fit in there. But that would be going a bit wrong direction there. On the other hand, if we place it right next to the shop there... then we could connect it down... this way. And down that way. Maybe even across there. That's going to allow a lot of people to travel a bit further away. Oh, there's actually room over here. Now that there's still a little bit over here that is not connected directly. Can we get between the houses here? Oh, we can. Connect to there, okay. Now there should be some people that can move into this house, so that's gonna take away some of the adults with their parents. Although they're starting to pile up right now. We haven't been building enough housing, clearly. Okay, still 48 tons of gravel there. That's gonna take a long while. Hopefully we... Ooh, actually. Hopefully we can get that done before the spring starts. Otherwise we are gonna have a problem. I mean, if it gets close, I suppose we can just use some cash to build it. I mean, it would be $3,800 right now. There's a bit more than I'm willing to pay for it right now, but I suppose we've still got some time. We should be able to get at least a little bit more travel. I mean, that is bringing more quarry stone. And we should be able to get a bit less than 4 tons of gravel from one truckload. We should be alright. There's still a bit of a problem. We didn't link that to anything, which is probably for the best. At one point I do want to upgrade that road before I start connecting the footpaths in there, but at the same time I need to get this one done first. Are we building anything else right now? Not really. Well, technically we are building this one. You know what, I'm going to build this one quickly so we'll have a bit extra room for people. It can reach most of the houses at least, so it can pull up from... or pull the population from them. Okay, so yeah, the adult living with the parents is going down, which means that the population can keep on growing faster. Right, so how are we doing on this other side of the Republic here? Not too bad, I suppose. Find the props down there, but we are... Oh, actually. Are we? No, with the immigration invitations, we've actually made a tiny bit of deficit. And we did spend some money to build the house, so that kind of ruined the prospects of having a positive figures on the dollar side either, so I'm sure that we can manage that one way or another. Maybe next month. Or I think actually March is probably going to be the first one that is going to do fairly well. Okay, the football is doing rather well there by the looks of it. What meat do we have on the truck? Okay, half a ton of meat. Means that there's probably... Okay, there's a little bit of room here. I suppose we did export some of the meat then. Yeah, we did. We got 270 rubles from that. Not massive amount, but it is better than nothing. And now that we've upgraded this entire road, the oil trucks can move faster. Means that the export are going a little bit faster as well, and the oil pumps can keep on working more frequently. I mean, these two pumps are putting out so much fuel that it gets a bit tricky. Right. It's about to be end of January. Temperatures are a bit low. How much? Still got 78 tons of wood here, so actually I think the wood production is at least keeping up with that for the most part. We got a little bit extra over there, so that's good. Somewhere we might want to upgrade to the bigger wood cutting post. Although it might bring up some other problems with that. But yeah, if we could have multiple vehicles bring in the logs, we could then start not only or keep heating the plant, or heating plant working, but also get the charcoal production or coal production going again. And with the coal production, and where is the iron? Somewhere around here. Okay, there is iron over there. Quite a bit of iron. If we go with the normal mines, we can probably fit in 3 mines there if we want to, although just 1 mine over here is just fine, or we can even go for the smaller mines, small iron mine. I'm not entirely sure how big of an area these have. We'll need a bit of flattening of the terrain there to actually fit it in, but that should not be an issue. Okay, so we made a little bit progress on the road here again, but it's still 45 tons of gravel. Oh goodness. We're losing a little bit money. Hold on a minute. Last month. Okay, so we... Oh, right, yeah. It was maybe about $400 loss without the construction stuff. Okay, and in terms of our rubles, if we went importing immigrants, that's my mistake that I actually set down all the buildings while I still had that. That's something that I can't really avoid entirely. All of these seem to be more or less full right now. I actually wonder, could we... Yeah, we can connect that there, so that's going to increase the reach to the north as well. How's this place doing? Okay, it does have a decent flow of workers, for the most part. It means that we'll be able to get the meat truck built soon enough. How much? Ooh, it's getting a bit low there. Already has 1.2 tons of meat though, so I think we might be able to get that going. Maybe. Or we might be able to get the meat there before we need to start importing again. Which would be kind of ideal situation. I still got plenty of crops there, not using any imported crops. Got plenty of crops there still. And that one's empty, okay. Plenty of food there, so that's probably heading out to exports. Yeah, it's gonna be another 250 quid. Not sure if it's gonna be enough. It's a start. I think the fuel is now starting to be the big problem here, so the more we can upgrade the roads, the less we use fuel per kilometer. Of course, they're going to use the fuel faster, but at the same time, they get to their destinations quicker as well, so it's a nice balance. Okay. The second one for today. I have to put some more blacklisting words on my channel after the stream. So that should be getting more... Yeah, we got enough food to actually fill up the truck immediately, so that should be good. Not entirely sure if we can actually empty it and... or get enough exports this month. Keep everything going, but I think it's currently a rather promising situation at least. The fact that they load up rather quickly there is certainly helping. We have a lot of unemployed here. Let me see, unemployed. Okay, there are some unemployed. I'm gonna increase the amount of workers here to 10 then. And the quality of the stone over here is fairly good, 70%, so we do actually mine the gravel rather quickly. That is good. I mean, still making relatively small amounts of gravel. On the other hand, I could invest on another truck. We'll be using the gravel fairly quickly, and we'll probably be doing a lot of work here anyway. Now, it is going to be a bit of an investment with the... Actually, that's an open haul truck. But if we want to buy another dumper, I wonder what would be the cheapest. That one. At the same time, this one has the max speed that meets with the max speed of the gravel roads, and that would be probably a bit better. It's a bit more expensive, so that's going to put down our ruble, or the eastern thingy, economy is going to be a bit in shambles again, but I think that's going to help getting the stuff over here going faster. We can upgrade the roads a little bit quicker and all that sort of stuff. Well, I think it's going to be good because this is not working most of the time, so we can easily set up another truck and not run into problems. That's going to allow us to do much more building. We actually haven't gotten the gravel even yet in here. How much would it cost to build that up? 4,200 now. It used to be 4,000 at one point. But of course things do get more and more expensive. Okay, so that's another few $100s. How many workers do we have here? Not massive amount, but there's enough food to export immediately again. The more we can get the roads upgraded here, the better. I'm not entirely sure if that road is going to be long enough. On the other hand, it might be a good idea to upgrade this side first, because there's no traffic through here. Not too much anyway, so we can easily upgrade it without causing any trouble for the logistics, and focus on getting this side. And then once we have that side upgraded, we can focus on upgrading this side. How much do we need here? 43 tons of gravel still. Alright then, let's have a look at the other town in the meanwhile. Not that much happening in there, and it's about to be springtime actually. That's lovely. Oh wow, 33 adults within the parents. Okay, I suppose if we were to build up this one, again it's going to be a bit of an extra cost. Having the extra population, or space for the population, is going to be handy. And this doesn't reach a university. Oh, speaking of which, how much would that? That's another 4,000. You know what? I'm going to build that. That's going to open up even more education. Oh, there's a fire. Oh no. Oh, it's right under my nose. Well then. Well, the fire truck is going to go right around there, and then probably... Oh, right, yeah, I need to go around here to actually reach there. Looks like no one got injured. That's alright. And more train sets. I mean, I do like the idea, or do like it that we do get more and more things available that we can use, but at the same time, trains are not really a high priority on the list right now. Economy is still very weak, quite frankly, so it needs to grow stronger for a while before it's going to be even close to getting... Yeah, we got this. Okay. You know what? I'm going to upgrade that road here. And of course, us a little bit in gravel, but that's alright. Once I have that one upgraded, I can probably upgrade that one. And that one. Basically, I'm making it so that I can upgrade more of the roads here. Utilizing that road, it should work. Somewhere down the line anyway. So, how is this filling up? Not too bad. I suppose I could probably move in some workers from here, so that should then start pulling it, the population from the houses around here again. Or the excess population, rather. How's the university doing? There are students there, that's good. And the refinery, I'm going to increase the amount of workers there again by another 5. Or rather, the maximum amount of workers there. I believe there is the... Okay, the fuel is actually growing quite nicely, and there's some bitumen there. How much? Oh, 44 tons of fuel. Okay, that's a good start. Taking a while to get up there, but... Well, things are improving for sure. Right, how is the road coming along here? Some 22 tons of gravel away. On the other hand, now that we are bringing in the quarried stone a bit more frequently, that means that... Oh, that's actually picking up the gravel there. Oh, and now there's not a lot of workers there. Alright then. Okay, there's another one walking in. Oh, right, yeah, actually. The fact that we are bringing in more quarry stone shouldn't be a problem. Even if we are not using the gravel directly, we'll be then exporting it. So it should be kept in check. Or kept in check more or less. Right, and over here we're still working on that. There's a lot of... Actually, do we still have a lot of crops here? We got 16 tons there. Another 30 tons there, so we might run out of crops at some point for the food production. If we're not careful. Have we managed to... Okay, let's have a look at last month. Oh, so close to making profit there. 137 deficit in dollars. Rubles, on the other hand, was a bit more, but we did do some buildings there and bought another vehicle, so that's not really a surprise. Bit of traffic around here. At some point we do need to upgrade this road as well, but that's going to be... Suppose I could have another mud road through here. Maybe all the way there. And then just upgrade these roads. Somewhere down the line. Yeah, the quarry stone is not worth a lot. But we still need it. Is that taking to the exports? No, that's actually taking... No, it is taking to the exports. Alright then. It's another 80 something dollars. $84 this time. Alright then. Where are you taking that? You're taking it to the road. Good. That is where we need a lot of gravel. Still missing a 17 tons. Okay, well, we have started... Oh, we're trying to figure out how to get through there. Okay. How much would this cost now? Ah, still 1,500. Can I get alternative road down here? Apparently I can. We're gonna connect to... Okay, can I can get that. Cancel a little bit of that. Oh, come on. There we go. Now the tractor should be able to get there. And we can still upgrade the road regularly. Right, so we've got a few people at the food factory and the truck. Actually, no, that was the truck that brought in the crops, so there's not enough food in here to fill up the truck immediately. There hasn't been enough workers over there by the looks of it. So far this year, only 14 deaths. Not too bad. 100. Oh wow. Okay. So the amount of deaths is about 10% of the growth. That's pretty good, I would say. Okay, so how's... Well, not food. Meat production over here. 0.4 tons at the truck right now. There's about 0.9 tons of meat missing at the... Or could be... Or at the shop right now, so... Not too bad. Seems to be... decent traffic for the ambulances in here. At least one of the ambulances seems to be moving most of the time. Using a lot of coal here. Alright, that might be polluting quite a bit here. I don't actually... Oh, I don't have the pollution monitoring things. Is that actually... No, that's in citizen equipment, yeah. Pollution monitoring station. Probably costs a little bit. I suppose we could place one down here somewhere. Well, we'll place it there. And how much would it cost to build? 1,000. Yeah, I'll get that. Okay, so the pollution right now, according to this, not too bad around here. But of course, it might be that it needs to update a little bit before it's giving accurate readings. But if that is the case, then yeah, it should be good here. 33 adults living with their parents. Is this... That's mostly full. And then this is also pretty much full. Okay then, how much? There are some students there. It looks like we may have started increasing the export of bitumen at least. Bitumen has been quite valuable, not quite as valuable as food over here, but still pretty good. But it's just, food is a lot easier to produce than bitumen. And that has been stopped. Is the construction office working on anything? Oh, they've still got the gas station, but in practice not really. Get a couple more houses here, shall we? Although I'm not entirely sure. Will those be? No, I don't think they will be. Now, I suppose... Are there any workers over here? No, not yet. I did start upgrading the road there, and I did actually upgrade that already. Upgrade that one next. And that one. I mean, this has been done already, so we could actually start upgrading even that one. And then that one. There's no vehicles over there, so we could easily upgrade that. Although, not entirely sure if there's room for an excavator. That might be a problem. Right, so have the farms been set up correctly in here now? They're still working on one of the big or medium ones. This road almost completed. Needs a tiny bit more gravel. Probably on its way right here. Yep. There's $1 worth of gravel. And both of these trucks are actually heading more or less at the same time. But there seems to be a fair bit of quarry stone there still, so it's not too bad. How much does the... Oh, right, that is actually going to take a while still to fill up. I mean, assuming that we can get a bit more workers at the stoneworks, it should be alright. Okay, so now there's at least one truckload of empty room there, and half a truckload by the looks of it. The other one... Oh, right, yeah, I set them so that they do not actually wait there if there's no room. Just so that they don't block anything picking up the gravel. That makes sense. Because we upgraded that. That is growing. Start upgrading that one. And we can probably upgrade that one. Not sure about that one. I mean, we can, but will we be able to get the people in there? I don't know. Actually, wonder, would it be possible for me to get a bus stop somewhere around here? I mean, I suppose if we take away that footpath and that road, might be able to put in a bus stop there. Have a look. Would it kind of fit in there? Not quite. I mean, if I was to take out that footpath over there as well, then possibly. Although the roads get too close, so I don't think that would work. Over here, the buildings are getting too close, and the power lines... Actually, no, the building isn't the problem there. The road there is the problem. Well, that... Still a no, then. Okay, then. That is being worked on... Got 61 tons of wood still. I mean, we are still using some of it. Should start gathering up a little bit, though. Got 21 tons of the forest. That shouldn't be a problem. What do we have here? I mean, there's no quantity there. That was a brain fart. Okay, so that is heading out there. That is heading out there as well. At some point we do need to upgrade this road as well. Just to allow the trucks to travel at full speed more or less the entire time. Currently the bottleneck is kind of the gravel production here. Producing a decent bit, but just not enough. You're actually going to go to the export? No, you're going to go for the road. Good. That makes more sense. Right then. Jump to the other side again. How much do we have wood in the forest? Ooh, almost 300 tons. So that means that we got quite a bit of bricks there. And there's a few houses over here that we are currently constructing. A bit low on cash right now. On the other hand, we do have some refinery is working. Let's actually have a look at the pollution now. It's probably updated a little bit. I mean, it has, but not too bad. Doesn't seem like there's any radiation here. That's good. Oh wow, 62 tons of fuel there. So I think the fuel truck is actually going to be filling up that soon. That's bringing more oil to be exported. 4 rubles per truck, more or less. Not too bad. I mean, it's still not a massive amount of... Let's actually have a look. Last month we actually made profit on both sides. Not massive profit, but profit nonetheless. Total this year is still a bit of a deficit, but we have been building things and buying vehicles. Okay, well that's good news. Although let's have a look. How much crops do we still have available here, or do we need to start buying some? A little bit there. And that one's empty, so we probably do need to start buying here. Right, we'll just place the bare minimum in there so that if we run out, we'll keep on buying, because we can still sell that stuff for profit, most likely. But it's not all bad. That needs more gravel. That is heading now back. How long is it going to take? Okay, so the first one is already at 22%. It's going to be growing rather quickly. Okay, we got a bit of a... Okay, now it's heading out. And these are probably bringing quarry stone again. Seems to be the case. And both of them can actually unload directly there, so that's good. Seems to be fairly well timed then. Right, so is that... It's slowly piling up. The wood there. And how much would it cost to build this now? 1,400. I'd rather wait for a little while. I'll try to keep the baseline for the dollars at 250,000 right now, which is about half of what we started with. And for rubles, I'll try to get it back to 550,000, although I'm gonna have to spend some money every now and then. So it may go down to 500,000, which is, again, half of what we started with. Okay, we are still producing a fair bit of food there. I suppose I could increase the max amount of workers here. We've got 10 already over here. How much does the... Okay, about halfway full, the meat truck. And over here, half empty. Okay. Oh, right, we're going to increase the maximum amount of workers at the shop. That might help a little bit. Seems to be a lot of people that want to visit it. Oh, 843 people in here, and oh, because most of the adults living with their parents actually live in this town. Good to know. Alright then, I suppose we do not have the bricks yet to build more. I'm gonna buy some bricks then. That's rubles, and the delivery cost is quite bad. Dollars though is not too bad. I'm gonna buy 18 tons, I think. Let's build another house over here. We'll probably go with these 10 worker capacity ones. They've been working fairly well. Alright, let's get that a little bit closer there. Another footpath through here, and then connect these houses on there. So these should be still within reach of at least a shop and a few other places. Hello, Potato Kid. How's it going? Well, I did start the stream about 2 hours and 50 minutes ago. We still got about 20-ish minutes once we reach the 1st of July. They're a bit on the tail end, but there's still a little bit of time. Yes, we're gathering up the meat over there again. Food seems to be doing our... Oh, right, now we started importing the food. May prove to be a problem. Actually, the crops... Oh, right, it was the bricks that we imported. That is mostly the cost there. Alright then. So last month, we did do the profits. Total this year isn't too bad yet. Come to the other side again. How long till the harvest? It's going to take a while, probably around the usual end of July time. Okay, 1300 total population, not too bad. I did say that we are going to reach somewhere around there. Okay, so is the construction office here working on anything? Not really. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade that road. Of course, I could even upgrade that one. Not that it's going to be used anytime soon, but might as well do it. And technically, I could start upgrading that at the same time, but I'll just let them work on those two first. Okay, so we are still making a tiny bit of money. At least in terms of the rubles, we're doing a decent bit. Oh, we started selling the fuel. Good. It's not quite as valuable as bitumen, but it's going to be much more numerous. Of course, one thing that might be handy, although it's not really realistic right now, is if I was to make a road connection between the towns, so I could start taking the fuel from here to there, but that would basically spend the entire truck's worth of fuel to get there, so it would be a bit of a pointless adventure. Actually have... Oh, we do have a worker waiting there. Alright then. Did we... No, we never actually upgraded these areas. Right. I'll let them do the roads down here first, then we'll probably upgrade some of the roads down here. For example, that one should be easy. Probably upgrade that one. Maybe even that and that and that. One after another. And at some point I might want to upgrade that one, but that's going to be a bit trickier in certain ways. Because we're probably going to have to use some money to upgrade that, so that it doesn't delay the supply line, so to speak. Or supply chain, maybe, rather. Okay, so the oil is actually doing alright. I mean, still not quite enough volume to transport so that the pumps can keep on working all the time, but it's gotten a little bit better. Oh, right, and those trucks are now taking the stuff down here. Is that... Oh, that is all the gravel that they need to put there. That place didn't quite get the worker that they needed. Almost, but not quite. Only it's 2 more truckloads of gravel there, which shouldn't cost too much. Actually, let's have a look. Gravel, we spent about 500 rubles once we completed those roads this month on that, which, to be fair, is not free, that's for sure, but still making a decent profit. And actually, what have we sold this month? Not only fuel, bitumen, food and oil. The food is starting to be quite nice export already. That's meant to be one of the cornerstones in my economies in this game. Just export the food. Okay, let's have a look at the other side again. How's the situation here? Okay, so the wood stockpile over here at the heating plant is still growing very, very slowly. We'll probably get to 120 to 130 tons this year before the winter, but I don't expect much more than that. Actually, I wonder, is there a... Oh yeah, there is. Okay, so let's say that we were to build a cutting post in here. Oh, the connection is on the wrong side. Damn it. That's not helpful then. It would have to be on this side. And the vehicle depot is a bit in the way. I mean, we could probably move this way. Or we'd have to rebuild it at some point, but don't necessarily need it right now. Unless we want to buy some more vehicles, which we frankly probably do want to at some point. Maybe we'll just let it be there for the time being. On the other hand, what other places could I utilize for the wood cutting? Oh right, they started working on the houses there. I reckon they probably run rather low on boards, actually. Okay then. Yeah, we need to get these houses completed, preferably soon. I'm running a bit low on cash. I mean, that means probably just that we are buying the crops in here. Not necessarily doing quite enough after all the transport over there. So how much? 188 crops, or not crops, dollars as export value there. How many can we buy? Actually, we can probably check from here. So it would be enough for about, well, maybe 2 tons of food. So it's not that bad export price. So that is technically keeping at least, or covering the cost of that line, more or less. It's the fuel that is costing and the electricity that is costing us, for the most part in here. I figure that we might want to get another wood cutting post here. I mean, actually, is there only that one? So let's say if we were to place it down on this side, could we... We might have to move the road a little bit. Technically, yes, we could probably place it down here in such a way that it would connect to there if we remove that wood cutting post. Be a bit bigger. It might be actually easier to access. The road would still be basically the same to get in here. I mean, this side would not be able to reach there once again, but unless through here, maybe. I wonder how much would that cost if we have a auto build by using. Okay, it would be about 6,000. That's a bit more than what we can afford right now. On the other hand, it would increase the amount of wood that we can bring in. We could then start spreading out some of the wood from there to the charcoal kilns, so we can get the coal production going again. We can start selling some of that, so we'd have a bit more exports. We're gonna do that. The open hole. I'll send you down there. And then I will demolish this, I suppose. I have to get rid of the roads down here for a little bit, but that's alright. And then the footpaths. I don't think we need that entire thing anymore. Right, and then if we were to build the cutting posts, I'm assuming that we can actually link it up here. If we can't, then we have a problem. Like, we have a problem. Okay, other than that I can do, I'm actually going to pause for a quick moment here. If we get rid of this road here, we'd be able to fit it close enough such a way that... nope, not there. The wood cutting post... Actually... that would work, but that would kind of cut the entire road there. Which is not quite what I had in mind. That's where we place it down there. We can still get through here. Okay, that works. It's a bit janky, I suppose, but it will have to do. So we'll use the dollars to build that, and we'll use the dollars to build this one. And now we got the vehicles. I'm going to send both of these actually there. To start building up a bit of a storage there. I'm going to lower the amount of workers down to 10. I think, yeah, now a lot of people can reach here. That was actually a good idea. Hansung, thanks for the resub. 20 months and rolling, indeed. We got some lumberjacks going on over here right now. Hopefully that increases the production enough so that we can keep this fully supplied, and then there's going to be some extras that can be transferred over here, which actually reminds me. We're going to need another vehicle in here. Oh, actually not for that one. Let's one in here. It's actually not a bad idea. Okay, so let's buy a open hole. Gonna cost a little bit, but the ruble size has been doing fairly well lately, so it should be alright. So you'll take over there. So load from there if there's, say, at least 30 cents. I was sent home early from work today. Ran out of work for me. Oh, I mean, that's, I suppose, both good and bad. Either it means that you've been very efficient, or then it means some worse things. Right, so let's go 90% wood over there. So basically, whenever there's enough wood in here, which seems to be piling up quite nicely, actually. Cutting down a lot of trees there, so it's actually working so much more effective than the tiny one. My goodness. Okay. Well, that means that we'll have plenty of wood to go around. I need to do something like this on the other side as well. We're only at 72 tons of wood though. Or 76 now. But with the 2 trucks, things are gonna go a lot faster. We'll hopefully start getting some of the... Actually, I'm gonna stop buying the wood in here, so we'll just use the domestic stuff. I can probably increase the workers down to like 1. I'll go with 2. This should be filling up quite nicely soon enough. At the same time, we can get a little bit coal here, which will start selling again. That might help setting up the economy upright again here. Because we buy the crops there, so that's cutting down into the export value quite badly. Because we could start upgrading more of the road down there. We don't have this one, but we'll need to do that on Wednesday. Have we got... No, we haven't got on these yet. We are going to need some board. We actually need to set up at some point. Pretty sure that there is no tiny sawmill or anything like that I've loaded up. Oh yeah, daylight saving time. There's a small brickworks, uses wood to make bricks. That is what we have on the other place. No, I'm pretty sure that there is no small sawmill, but I mean at the same time the sawmill isn't too bad in terms of size or anything like that. We could actually... can't quite fit it in here. Not quite, almost. I suppose, is there any... Probably could fit it in here somewhere. Not necessarily the best location, to be fair. It would take a lot of traffic, but at the same time, get some boards going on over here at some point. I want to get the coal production going at least, though. Not that it's going to be particularly valuable. Well, $31 per ton. It's not the worst. But compared to food, it's not anywhere close, but... Oh wow, we got 91 adults in the parents. Considering our total population is quite significant portion. It's mostly on this town, actually. We haven't been building enough housing lately, and over here we have no boards or bricks. Okay, well, let's buy some bricks and some boards. Does cost a little bit, so we'll try to recover with the cash at some point, but right now we just need to get things working. Okay, so we already have 107 tons of wood here, but the heating plant will have a nice stockpile of wood, and I don't think we actually imported any wood this year. No, we didn't. We did import a fair bit last year, although that was mostly for the coal production, I guess. Well, it just means that they can work longer at the factories. I mean, technically yes, because they can keep on working, because they won't have their own children, so the children won't be stopping them from working. So technically correct, but it does slow down the growth of the population. We got plenty of quarry stone there. We are turning that into gravel. I'm going to increase the max amount of workers here to 20. Hydrate will do. Okay, so that road is almost upgraded. Although that will probably start upgrading on this side. I'm not entirely sure who will be able to... You know what, we could just get that long road first. Then that road. And that is going to be a bit of a tricky one. Alright, yeah, that went to... Oh no, that's actually taking the wood to here, isn't it? Indeed it is. There we go. And how much coal did we produce? 0.6 tons. Okay, well that's $18 right there. In 1964, it was probably a decent bit of money. Not massive by any stretch of imagination, but better than nothing. Right, let's jump to the other side again. Production over here seems to be doing alright. I mean, we're still importing a lot of crops, but that seems to not hinder us too much on this side. I mean, to be fair, the oil and bitumen and fuel exports do help a lot in keeping the economy in check. Have a look at last month, so... Okay, food was the biggest one, then oil and bitumen, then fuel. And the tiniest bit of meat there. What's the second university doing here? There's some students there, nothing massive, but it does help take away some of the pressure from this place. Oh, well, I say that, but it's actually not all that much helpful. Though, got that connection going over here, I suppose. We've connected that one. Not sure if it actually helps reaching any... Well, it helps a little bit more there. There might be more students heading here now. Also, the ambulance... Okay, one of the ambulances is working. Another one is currently idle. Hold on, how much? 464 tons of wood right there in the forest. You might want to plant some more trees there before it's all gone. You know, just so that we can keep things going. The other hand over here, I suppose what I could do is I could get a sawmill in here somewhere. Question is, where can we fit it in? I mean, getting that would basically allow us to, with the gravel that we are importing, we could build pretty much all the buildings in here. Without a care in the world. Now the question is, I suppose if we place it over here, we'd set up a footpath connection, get a little bit closer. We could even have the factory connection over here to link up to a potential railway station down here somewhere. Because the railway is going to go somewhere through here, eventually. Maybe in another 20 years or so. Right, so how much would this cost? 23,000. Okay, I'll let them get the gravel here first. It's going to lower the cost at least a tiny bit. Also, I suppose we could build... How much? Do we have any boards right now? We've got plenty of boards. We've got plenty of bricks, so how about... construct a few more houses here. We'll be able to get pretty much all the construction materials that we need for building houses, at least for this area. Well, the smaller houses anyway. The bigger ones do need a bit of steel as well. And concrete. And asphalt. So those are the things that we don't yet produce. That is heading back to... Oh, it's going to pick up more coal there. Okay, well let's get a few more workers in here, because we got plenty of wood in there. I presume we got a decent bit of wood in here. 20-year railroad plan, yeah, more or less. No, but I mean, the terrain in this map is a little bit challenging, so I kind of need to plan on some of the where to have the railways going already well beforehand. Otherwise, there's going to be some problems. Which is actually one of the reasons why I started working on this end of the road here, rather than right next to the customs house, because I realized that there's only one set of railways, or railway connection for customs houses on this entire map, and it's right here. So, yeah. We need to utilize that as much as we can. So the food production is doing alright. I suppose, yeah, a lot of workers are now working on the construction here. It's hindering a little bit, but I suppose we'll be alright. Plenty of fuel there, or oil rather. Is that? Well, speaking of fuel, that is heading out now. The bitumen is slowly filling up, but now there's a decent bit of workers in here, so we are actually producing it. Well, not actually all that massive amounts of bitumen, but it looks like the bitumen truck is at least filling up. And this gas station over here is pretty much as full as it can be. So for, okay, 1 ton of fuel is 166 rubles. That's not too bad. I'm guessing that we'll mostly be taking about 4 tons, so that's like around 500 rubles per truckload that is going there. Of course, oil is not quite as valuable, but oil we are taking in a lot more in quantity, so oil is still more or less the most valuable resources that we have. Because we've got one house here, so that lowered the amount of adults in their parents probably a little bit with that. Happened last month, didn't it? Yeah, I did. At the turn of the month, by the looks of it. But here we are still missing a few items here. We've still got the bricks and boards to technically build that. Oh, and we got all the resources over there. Good. We should be getting the resources there rather soon as well. Once we got this road upgraded, we can connect this here. We can probably connect the turbine already, although it's not going to be producing power anytime soon. Rather expensive to build. Let's actually have a look. The last month we did 9,000 deficit in dollars. I mean, that was mostly because we were importing a lot of steel and other construction materials, as well as, well, actually, yeah, it's mostly the construction materials. A little bit of power, quite a bit of crops actually, but at the same time we do make a more in profit on selling the food than we are using on buying the crops, so it's not all bad. And then we're making 400 for selling the gravel. Huzzah! And $65 for selling the coal. Okay, so how much? Got plenty of wood there. No workers though. Plenty of wood there. Okay, so are they should be filling this one up still. 156 tons of wood there. Population doing 1400, not bad. That's a bit more than I expected that we'd be reaching today, but not far off either. Right, so have we still upgrading that, which means that the gravel over here is probably going to be used rather quickly. There's at least few people with sledgehammers. Oh, we got 557,000. Okay, so we are certainly getting a decent income on the eastern side. Or technically on this map it's the western side, but anyway. Let's just say the Soviet side, I suppose. Do we? No, we don't have any workers there. We're still working on those two. Alright, we had no one working. Oh, let's actually... Okay, I'm wondering what the hell my neighbor is doing. It is loud. Sorry about that. Find the crops over there. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna get harvest quite yet. Yeah, fairly early on Wednesday though. Be alright. Using a fair bit of the bricks here, but at the same time we are getting a lot of the wood being brought in here. There's still 500 tons of wood in the forest. Okay. That's a decent bit. Over here, how much? Ooh, it'd still be 23,000. I suppose we can wait for a little while so that we can still stay above the 550,000 and then build the sawmill, and then we'll just need to set up some of the logistics to get the wood down here every now and then. And yeah, then we can get some boards. We can start potentially either take the boards down to the storage that we have. We actually might want to start limiting some of the resources in there. Let's actually have a look. Now that we are rather close to the end of the stream, we can go for 25% each of these. So we can start filling these up with the both bricks and wood to be brought in here. And anything extra that doesn't fit in there can be exported. That wouldn't actually be a terrible idea. We're going to have just one truck doing that. And then we're going to utilize that as the source of resources, so it's close to the construction of it. How's this? Okay, so, oh wow, 944 in total population here. There's 18 living with their parents in this town though, so we do need to build more housing. Although, well, we just did. But half of these are going to be built with immigrants is the problem. Oh, there's been some escapes last month. That's not allowed. There's been 16 total. I suppose it could be just the people that want to get their own house or something. Figure that there's no future for them here. Oh, and it's 1st of July. Right, so I will be ending the stream here. I will be back on Wednesday with more of this, and Thursday with more Dwarf Fortress, and on Sunday we'll continue the Heart of Iron 3 game. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.